Welcome to the visualization of hypermedia. As teachers, we tend to be standards or goal-driven, and in our classrooms, we use all the tools at our disposal to create some clear objectives for our students. The same needs to be with our media tools, and this video is designed to help us create more effective goals and tools. We're used to knowing that having clutter in our closets or our shelves needs to be organized for the best use of what we're going to do with our students. We don't tend to notice that with the purpose of our media. We tend to focus on the pretty colors, the cool pictures, but oftentimes those are distracting visuals that are disorganized and don't allow us to continue to focus on engaging our students. Instead, with the purpose of our media to engage the students and to promote their understanding and their learning, we need to learn how to declutter, how to simplify what we're going to post on our media, and instead make it where our students have the best advantage to understanding and learning off the tools we give them. These are the 4 keys we need for success. Organization is a priority. Our students have to be able to find what they're looking for in a simple manner. Grouping, so that they can attach items that they need. And fonts, so they can specify the items that are important. They get the header and the other items that are less important. Lastly, spacing. We need to make sure that we are following patterns that make sense. All these together help to support our students in understanding the information we are presenting. When we use these appropriately, they make the information we are presenting much more valuable to our students and much more usable for them to acquire the information we are trying to help them with. What you see in front of you is poor hypermedia visualization. There's too much going on in this screen. You have media, you have words, you have video, but unfortunately without any form of organization or grouping, it's extremely difficult to understand how they're supposed to go together. And for our students without support, they're going to wind up not knowing where to find the information they're looking for and where to get the pieces that they're supposed to be understanding to do the jobs we're asking them to do. In addition, when we don't pay attention to the font work that we're looking at, when we go after the creativity factor instead of the information factor, we wind up confusing our students. Instead of using fonts that are going to support their learning, we wind up distracting from the learning, making it harder for them to access the information. This is an example of overload. We have overloaded the visualization and students wind up not able to access information, unable to use information, and they are left frustrated by the fact that they can't find what they're looking for. This is a better example of how to do our visualization. This is clean, organized, and it's got a better layout with color and typeface in an effort to try to increase the use. So for example, we've used typeface more to our advantage. We deliberately made chunks of text that are easy to read in a bold focus so that they are able to be accessed more easily. And anything fun, like we've colored Key Club, is simply a title rather than information students may need to access. We've limited the tones on the color scheme and added balance. We've wound up putting colors together that are supposed to go together with a purpose to increase the pull of the eye. I'll admit that I used school colors to try to make this work. They tend to go together. We've also simplified the layout. We've looked for purpose and outcome. Can students find the information they need? Does it draw them in with the purpose of bringing them the information and the goal? Does it allow them access that they're going to wind up using? We already do this with most of the things we do in our classroom. Whether we're talking bulletin boards, whether we're looking at the assignments that we give, whether we're even putting things up on our board, looking for students to access information that way, we tend to already look at these types of things to hopefully create an environment within our classroom walls that supports our students. Now we need to be looking at the media that we present them in the same manner. So when we try to give them websites or videos that are going to add to information, when we give them documents and activities that we want them to accomplish something to gather information, when we put presentations out or interactives for them to use, when we give slideshows and audio and blog access. All of these ideas on the internet and the media are meant to increase our student engagement, and it's a challenge when we don't have those set up with either the typeface, the layout, or the color scheme in a way that's going to lead to success. When we put the same rules into practice on our media that we have in our classroom, we're going to find that our students are more successful in what they're looking to do. The ISTE standards reflect the belief that we should be doing all of this in a benefit for our students. So we're going to continue to practice and learn on the items of what makes our creative tools best in the educational setting. If we're not aware of some of the hypermedia or the hypertext use, if we don't know enough about how to use media, video, and color schemes, then we're going to continue to do research and practice and learn in an effort to help engage our students. And we're going to try and make sure that we share that information to help other teachers also choose. In addition, one of the key purposes is to make students more effective in using information and ideas in a digital age of media. And so when we create information and assignments using these new tools and focusing on the value of these tools, we're giving our students the best possible medium, and we're going to encourage their engagement and their learning.